So your girl is battling tonsillitis. I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking or not with that. It's a little sore on this tonsil. This one's fine. But she's been drinking a lot of tea and a lot of watermelon, eating a lot of pomegranate seeds. I'm like draining right now, so it's a little uncomfortable, but we're gonna try and do this. And then after this video, actually, never mind.
Ignore everything I just said.
The energy is very in here. I feel very good. I feel very good, but shut the f up and just do the video. Okay. There's a poem that I found from a while ago that I wrote. I can't remember when, but it is older, and I'm just gonna read it first. I can feel it hitting my ceiling, drafting circles around my head, getting ready for life. It is searching the divine for a stone to be carved in, like an edict to the end, to all that must die. Heaven knows that on earth, to join one must first pass, but the gates serve a riddle the one in crossing must recite. If you get it wrong, who knows where you'll wander till you're lost. Maybe you'll hear the fiddle that sends you running to the light. Or maybe your punishment is to find your own way, carve your own path as you once did on earth. Either way, you must obey, for the script has been written. The edict is a declaration and the key to your rebirth. This will be the only poem I share today. I had to read it over like twice because I just had to re-grasp the concept of what I was talking about, and it's about following your path. I think I shared another poem earlier on this channel that expressed the same sentiment, the same insight. The image I had in my mind when I wrote this, it's coming back to me as I'm talking, was like being a wanderer in this life and not knowing what you want to do, not knowing who you are, being confused about it all, feeling lost, which is a normal feeling. And I think we get so caught up, humans, in this idea that we're always supposed to be doing something to feel useful. And a lot of the time, that ends up being the very something that keeps us from reaching our full potential. It's kind of like a mundane task. Like, let's say that you're somebody who is dreaming of being an artist, but you're stuck at this 9 to 5. And that 9 to 5 is getting you by, but it's not feeding you at all. And perhaps you can go home and explore more of your artistic creativity. Anybody can pave a way. Always be working on what you love if you have the time, and hopefully you do. A lot of people unfortunately don't. But that mundane 9 to 5 that you know is not doing anything for you, it's paying your bills, which is important, but it's not elevating you, it's not adding color to your mind, to your heart, it's not adding anything to the artist in you. Moving forward, let's say you lived this life for so long. I never like to be the one that says that anyone has wasted their time. I don't know what that means. I don't even know if that's true or not. It could be, but if you don't take that step into leaning further into yourself, if you don't do any introspection and to figuring out, okay, who am I and what do I love to do? What is my purpose here? If you believe you have a purpose at all. I think everybody does. That's just me though. Y'all can think something different. If we don't take the time to do that, when we know that we strive for something better for ourselves, you're gonna be stuck for the rest of your life. Maybe that's not a waste of time. Maybe it is, but it definitely is a waste of soul and the waste of a life. I feel like you can start living life at any moment, which is why I have a hard time saying it's a waste of time, because time and life, yeah, they intersect, but you could be doing something at one moment and then completely flip the other, and that is more focused on life rather than time. We can shift and change at any time. But if you never live your life, if you never truly live your life, if you never allow yourself to really exist, if you're always working so hard, but you don't know your end goal, is it really a life lived? Is my question. I feel like I don't even really know what the hell I'm saying. I'm trying to like understand this poem at the same time as I'm explaining what it means. Anyways, let me not get all up in my mind. I feel like I'm confusing people, but the purpose of the poem is to put in the forefront that we all have a path that we're meant to follow. And this is a declaration that I'm making. You can disagree with it, but this is what I've written, and I shall stick to what I've written. And we must at some point listen to that voice in our head saying, you gotta do it, get up, do what you love, listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition and go there. Follow that path. Follow what calls you. And if I look back, I like the two stanzas that are next to each other. One that says, heaven knows that on earth to join, one must first pass. But the gates serve a riddle, the one in crossing must recite. And when I hear that, when I look back on my reason for writing that, behind it I mean whether that heaven is outside of the world or the heaven is something that you've created for yourself in the physical realm. Once you've finally realized, oh, this is what I'm meant to do. I see myself now and I see my strengths. I see who I can become once I further lean into myself. To me, that's what I thought I meant at the time when I spoke of heaven on earth. If you never listen to that voice, if you never lean into yourself, into your own body, mind, soul, psyche, whatever you want to call it, then you'll be wandering. The next stanza says, if you get it wrong, this riddle, who knows where you'll wander till you're lost. Maybe you'll hear the fiddle that sends you running to the light. So these are two different sides of the coin. You're either going to be lost because you didn't listen to your inner intuition, to your inner voice, to the calling that you feel pulling at you. Or you'll hear the voice and you'll run towards your goal. You'll run to yourself rather than running away from yourself. And I really liked those lines. I feel like they summarize the entire poem from here on. I hope that we can all run to the horizons that are our hearts, our souls, as we get older, rather than running away from them. Everybody that I've seen who is not living in their purpose, whether you want to call it that or not, you see people who are not doing what they love, and they, oftentimes in my experience, you can always tell that they're not happy. They're not their happiest. And it's unfortunate because we live in a world where people must do what they must do in order to do what they want to do first. And then there's those who just seize life by the reins and they do what they want to do anyway. But it all is based on your circumstances and your privileges, and there are many of us who don't have the privilege to go and just get up and do what we really want, to follow our calling. There are those of us that do, but either way, I know one thing to be true, and I know that if we don't, and when we don't follow our true purpose, we feel off, we feel lost, and useless to ourselves first. So I think I'm gonna end it there. I feel like the more I explain, the more confusing I get, and I want y'all to have a chance to read it, rewind, pick it apart for yourself. Hopefully anything I just said made any sense. I am a little tired, but I tried. Thank you all for watching. Welcome again to my room. The sun is shining as usual, and as usual, because the sun is shining, I am shining as well. Look at the glow. Thank you, thank you. You all have a splendid day, and I shall see you later. That's that.